Hey everybody, what is up? Yeah, I don't even know. Hello everybody, what is up? Today, I don't know. I just want to talk about purpose and meaning in life and how I've come to change my perception on the idea of meaning and purpose. And like for all my life, I've wanted to I've wanted to do something. I've wanted to do something big. I've wanted to do something and identify with it, whether that be music, making art, like painting, drawing, video games, making video games, being a YouTuber. For a big majority of my life, I've tried to find this magnificence through doing something. And I've always tried to find this thing, like my calling in life or something. And it's never worked out for me. When I turned 18, I thought I was supposed to figure myself out, my career, what I was supposed to do for the rest of my life, how I was supposed to contribute to the world. And I had this endless pursuit of trying to chase excellence. And it's always left me feeling either burnt out, drained, disappointed, lost, confused, stressed. Sometimes it would make me feel meaningful. Sometimes it would give me a direction for a while, but eventually it would always fizzle out, whether it be years later or months later or days later. And recently I've just kind of come to this realization that purpose and meaning that I've been trying to create has been fruitless. It hasn't really scratched that itch of what I'm looking for. And I've realized that no matter what I do, it's never going to feel like it's enough, or there's always going to be something not quite right about what I'm doing. And I'm tired of it. I'm 32. I've been doing this since I've been like 18. And it's just led me nowhere, really. I mean, some of the things were fun, but a lot of the times, like I said, it was just stressful, trying to meet my own expectations and become the person that I saw in my head. And yeah, it just never lasts for me. And sometimes I would try to force things, and I would just do things because I told myself this is what I'm supposed to do, even if I wasn't enjoying it anymore. And so, yeah, I've come to this realization that I'm missing the point. I'm missing the point of life. And the point of life has always been to just live, to just be. You know, like being okay with just being here, not needing this grandiose journey or quest or some kind of identification with a purpose. And just seeing that everything is actually good as it is, regardless as to where you're at in life. Like, for instance, I've always hated my jobs. I've always wanted to, like I said, be an artist, or I've always wanted to make something of myself. And that would make me sad that I was working for somebody else. I felt like I was failing, felt like I wasn't living up to my potential. I was always pushing, always thinking about how to create this future. So, like I said, always burn out or always just find myself in these trenches of the mind, thinking all night, trying to come up with plans, assessing over and over again as to why I should do this thing or why I shouldn't, and maybe I should choose another one. Changing my mind all the time. Never really fully coming to a conclusion or never having full clarity. Because I would always be like, oh, well, maybe I should be a musician. Or, oh, no, maybe I should make games. Or, and then I'd pick one for a while. And then I'd be like, oh, well, that's not right. Maybe let me go back to painting. And yeah, I'm just tired. I'm tired of all that. Tired of trying to force myself to be creative. Force myself into this purpose. Because it's so limiting too. And it's so entrapping, to make yourself fit into these boxes and keep yourself in these areas of life or these projects or these pursuits only to not have your heart in it, but continue anyways. Like, I don't know. And my tone might sound kind of, maybe just, I don't know. I feel like my tone sounds very serious. I'm not trying to be. This is how my voice is coming out right now. But yeah, I'm really seeing just like, I'm trying to sound more relaxed, but for some reason I sound like tense, I feel like. Anyways, it doesn't really matter, but like I'm seeing that life is like all of it is good, or it's not good or bad, it just is what it is. But to not have the feeling like I need to do something, to just be here in peace is really nice. It's really changed my mind and myself a lot to where I've come to accept just everything, like my job, Like, yeah, a job's still a job, and a job's not always, it's stressful. It could be monotonous and tedious and boring, but that's okay. It doesn't need to be the end of the world, you know? And I'm finding that the more I lean into those emotions and the more I embrace them, the more I actually enjoy where I'm at, and the more useful I become, because now I'm not locked into this one thing, like one thing that has to be done. I'm more flexible, and I could look around in my immediate environment and I could see how I can help, you know, people around me or just myself or whatever it is. I'm more here and less in the future. And that's really nice. And there's nothing wrong with having projects or pursuits or goals, but I think for me, I'm just at a point where they just don't really work for me. There's still things that I obviously plan and I think about doing, like, going for a run or working out and taking care of my health and whatnot. But I think I'm done just trying to mold myself into something and kind of just letting myself just be, and however wherever my being takes me and wherever that leads me, that'll be fine. Just trusting the universe as if it was another and allowing it to manifest in whatever way it wants. Because I can't, just like I said, I'm tired. I can't control it. I can't control who I am, basically. I can't control myself all the time. I have to trust myself. I have to trust my body. I have to trust my mind. I have to trust the universe and the things around me and allow it to all kind of coagulate into whatever it wants to be. And to not be disappointed or dissatisfied with what it is or what it becomes. It's funny because I've always been into spirituality, right? Or not always, but for a long time. And I've always heard like these sayings, just let go, just trust the universe. And I would sometimes in certain ways, but I never allowed myself to just truly be here with whatever is happening. I was always grinding, I was always chasing. And yeah, it just never brought me happiness. It's always just brought me more stress. So yeah, I don't know, that's all I wanted to talk about really. And if you guys have a similar issue where you just find yourself repeating these patterns of I guess, pushing the rock up the mountain, and you keep on pushing this rock, this endless rock up a mountain, you could just let the rock go. You don't have to push it up the mountain. It's an endless mountain. You're never going to get to the top. And yeah, I'm not saying like don't have dreams, don't have things that you like doing, but maybe come more from a place of from your heart, you know, and, and just embrace how life is unfolding for you. And if it feels like it's too much, you know, to make yourself do something, just don't do it. Like, stop making yourself into something that you aren't. Just allow your being to just be as it is. Allow it to flow how it wants to. And if that is, I guess, creating these big creative goals, I mean, that's fine. But if it's taking you away from your center, if it's taking you away from peace, maybe rethink it, you know? Maybe change your perspective. Maybe just come back to the moment and just see that everything is where it's supposed to be. And this can bring you actually lots of joy, lots of bliss, lots of satisfaction. You could open up your eyes and you could see the beauty and the magnificence around you. And the very air in front of you can become a magical, divine space. And it requires really no effort. Just a change in perspective and a letting go of narratives in our head. Easier said than done. I feel like the only reason I feel like I'm able to be at this place right now is because I struggled with it for 14 years, 15 years. So I don't know. Maybe there's a point in, going through your own struggles. Maybe you can't just turn it off. Maybe you have to go through your journey before you can just open yourself up and be where you are to the universe and accept everything as it is, to just be here. And, I'm sure I'll maybe still have issues with it, but I really feel like this is something that I'm really embracing. And it feels good, it feels right. And yeah, I'm not trying to sound like I've discovered something that other people won't be able to, or like I have some kind of enlightened perspective, that others can't achieve or something like that. I've just had my own journey of struggling with it. So I would imagine that maybe other people might struggle with it too. But at any moment you can just be here and everything can be good. So just remember that. And just let the flow happen. Peace out, guys.